For me, it's 1-1. Okay? Get it? 1-1. 1-1. He's tired. If you do what you did right now, we're gonna hit this. Okay?
Right here, you see a nice jab. Left hand by Umar. Goes to the clinch against Davidson. Right hand from Davidson. Little combination lands for Umar on the break.
Okay. Well, Paramount Plus unlocks the UFC Vault with more than 1,400 UFC fights, along with epic curated collections from every decade, iconic knockouts, the best of UFC legends, and so much more from UFC's history strictly on Paramount Plus. Well, 1-1 likely was not, but you never know. Here we go, round 3. Figueredo in yellow to Magomedov in red.
Yeah, that was a nice pep talk in the corner, but I think it's a little unrealistic. Most of the, and also during the replay, you notice those shots really, even though
they were deflecting off. But seeing him fight in that way tells you that if Davidson Figueredo fights, he can actually at least make Umar uncomfortable and give himself a chance to try to land something that can end this fight.
Well, if you're Davidson Figueredo, though, you need action. You just let essentially 20% of the round expire without throwing a shot.
He's also fighting on the outside, Umar's kicking range. He's got such a unique kicking style. It's different than anybody else's.
What was his initial discipline? Striking. He was a striker. Him and his brother Usman.
You know what style?
No, I'm not exactly sure. But they were strikers the moment they walked into the gym. And they started to work on the wrestling, right? Islam and Khabib were grappling. Him and his brother were more striking-based fighters, and they just developed to the point that they can wrestle and grapple with anybody in the field.
It's really a perfect style. The combination of those kicks from the outside and that tremendous grappling ability is amazing style.
But like you said, John, like he's allowing too much time to pass before he starts to throw again.
It's almost to me like he knows he can't. There, got kicked in the face. It's almost like he knows he can't go full flip for the whole round.
You think? Oh, he's gonna switch out to a double leg there.
Now, if Umar wants to, he can keep him here to remain on the ground.
It looked like Figueredo maybe was trying to get to a hit, then close the guard. Under 3 minutes to decide it. And Magomedov working on his second secure takedown of the fight.
He's just dominating and controlling him here. Like I said, it's a matter of Davidson Figueredo trying to get his feet on the hill, create space to try to get up. That's easier said than done, I understand. But if he lays here for the rest of the round, he's going to lose this fight.
Right. Especially with closed guard right here, not throwing his legs up, not looking for offense. He's not even attempting to try to set up a mission. He's just using those legs to hold Umar in place.
Good short elbow by Umar.
Beautiful ground control. Good ground pound by Magomedov. But even that, right, Joe, you gotta, you can't lock your guard,
right,
if you're trying to get away.
Well, he briefly opened it.
There it is.
He wound up in half guard.
He's got to get that left leg inside to try to build a shield to create some space for Magomedov.
He just looks soft as well. There's a nice elbow by Umar.
13, certainly not going to bail Figueredo out. He's not going to listen to the boo birds. Nice transition by Magomedov.
Into side control. Good job by Davidson to get it back to guard.
Elevate him, get this in. He's got his butterflies in.
Half guard again. speaking to your point earlier, this is not a performance that says this guy's got to fight for the title match. And in this insanely stacked division, you've got to have these highlight performances. You've got to have something that leaves people talking about this tomorrow.
Yep.
Because we're not even in the main card yet.
Exactly. You got to do something more. When you have so many guys lined up waiting,
And it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
I still be there. Especially if they're all like deserving.
Right.
Right? I'm not saying Sean O'Malley's deserving with one win after losing 2 title fights. But every guy said, you got to separate yourself.
Nice show of respect at fight's end. As Umar Nurmagomedov and Davison Figueiredo go the full 15 minutes. Largely it was Nurmagomedov domination, no finish. But he landed 4 times as many strikes. Secured a couple of takedowns. Nearly a full round of control time. And did what he needed to do in many respects to hold serve as a minus 1,600 favorite tonight.
And honestly, it was the striking game of Umar Nurmagomedov, and like good takedowns when they needed to happen. The push kick right there by Umar. Then right in tight, he lands an uppercut out of the clinch. Love this body lock into the takedown. He controlled the rest around there. Nice body kick right there by Umar Nurmagomedov. Little flip kick off the front leg, lands on Figueiredo. I mean, this was a very complete performance by Nurmagomedov, and gets a victory over another former champion.
All right, so Umar Nurmagomedov came in tonight as the number 2 ranked title contender. And now we just await the official scorecards as Nurmagomedov tries to stack another win after what he did against Mario Bautista in October. All right, tonight's official decision is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. With the cards, here now, Bruce Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision. Umar
Right here, you see Umar Nurmagomedov get a big victory. I mean, Davison Figueiredo, a former champion. Big win for Umar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it gives me great pleasure to reveal to you the first member of our UFC Hall of Fame induction class of 2026. And this one is an absolute no-doubter. His is one of the sharpest minds in the history of mixed martial arts, and he persevered several times through major injury in becoming a 2-time UFC Bantamweight champion. Dominic Rogelio Cruz, welcome to the UFC Hall of Fame. Mixed martial arts royalty. Here is the former 2-time UFC Bantamweight champion, the future Hall of Famer, the man largely credited with building this Bantamweight division. Turned pro January 29th, 2005.
Just in and out, constant lateral movement, constant angle, switching his speed up, playing counter shots.
History in the making here in Glendale, Arizona. Dominic Cruz leads not one but 2 belts. He is your first ever UFC champion and retires the WEC Bantamweight belt.
I thought I had a chip on my shoulder because a lot of people didn't believe in me, you know? Dominic Cruz has been one of the best guys in the world for a very long time. Talk about the bantamweight division. You're talking about Dominic Cruz.
There have been many fighters that had some injuries, but definitely not to the extent and the longevity that Dominic's had. When Dominic Cruz left to the top of his game, was in his weight class one of the best, if not the best. He's always taken each injury and moved forward in his rehab. A lot of mental fortitude and strength. I think he'll be a great example of what fortitude can be.
And it's interesting factor that Dominic Cruz denies its pressure and cage run. He says that octagon run is mental weakness. All over Michigaki has Lillard. Trying to stitch it right now. Dominic Cruz is all over him. He's out. Dominic Cruz is back. Welcome back, Dominic Cruz, in spectacular fashion. What an odyssey you've been on. Is there anybody who's had their resolve tested, their will tested, more than you with your series of entries to go through all that and hear and know.
There's no such thing as rust unless you don't train hard enough. Honestly, nobody's retiring me except for me. I've been through too much.
What else can be said about an MMA champion of this quality? I'm not sure there's a better representation nor ambassador for the sport of mixed martial arts, and what he had to overcome in terms of triumphing over adversity is the stuff that legends are truly made of.
You get one life, and you get a little bit of time to do everything you can do. That's what there is to prove. But what can
Let's go, check.
I have here?
Two-time UFC champion Dominic Cruz revolutionized MMA and laid the foundation for the bantamweight division with his elite, if not inimitable footwork and a fight IQ few can match. Those achievements and his legendary comeback from career-threatening injuries make Dominic Cruz a surefire first ballot UFC Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the first member of the 2026 UFC Hall of Fame induction class, Dominic Cruz. What a moment for our good friend and broadcast partner, the former two-time UFC bantamweight champion, Dominic Cruz, who at some point in 2026 will take his rightful place in the UFC Hall of Fame. And standing by with the Dominator, Kate Scott. Kate, take it away.
Thank you so much, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to the desk. So good to have you with us. A Hall of Famer. How does it feel?
Man, I did not expect that. They tricked me. They got me. I feel so much
Did it
love.
make you emotional? I couldn't see your face.
It does make me emotional. I'm trying to keep it together so I don't smear my makeup.
I was going to say, is this when we finally get to see you cry?
Oh, wait, is that all you want? Is that why you're so mean to me?
Yes, time to Hey, Dominic, congratulations. If there was ever a Hall of Fame career, you certainly deserve it. You put the smaller weight classes on the map, represented the sport to the highest level. Congratulations, brother. Welcome to the club.
Dominic, super proud of you, bro. Being from New York and starting my career, watching you out in California, I remember watching you on these videos that they would put out of, just the day-to-day stuff that you were doing. And you were just a true champion.
Let's go, Chad.
You were the type of guy who left no stone unturned. And
On camera, live from the finest capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada.
La experiencia más grande en deportes comienza con el encuentro. Cuando se acaban las palabras y llega el momento de saber qué tan fuerte late el corazón de un competidor. Cuánto está dispuesto a dar es lo único que importa en el mundo. Para sobrevivir tienes que darlo todo. Aquí es donde nacen las leyendas. Donde se dice la verdad, donde un solo golpe equivale a realizar un sueño. Y un impacto demoledor se vuelve decisivo para una nueva era. Esta noche comienza un nuevo capítulo para la UFC en Paramount Plus. Desde el epicentro mundial. En la UFC, irrumpiendo desde Liverpool. Listo para hacer que su nombre sea sinónimo de la nueva era y dejarle claro al campeón de peso ligero que Paddy the Baddy ha llegado. Ha llegado.
I beat every single person in front of me. I just don't see how he survives 5 rounds. I'll finish him.
Primero, un choque.
Every single person in front of me. I just don't see how he survives 5 rounds. I'll finish him.
First, in a classic clash at bantamweight, title implications are in play as the Sugar Show rolls on. Back to moving the needle and ready to reinsert himself again. To bring the house down. Welcome to the show. Tonight, greatness is right at home. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's UFC 324. Gaethje versus Pimblett.
Las Vegas, after an extended holiday hiatus, it is time to exhale for the Combat Sports Leader is back, and it is a new era on Paramount Plus. In a matter of hours, 2 of the best lightweights in the world are ready to showcase the best mixed martial arts has to offer as part of our loaded first main card offering of 2026. Live from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. This is UFC 324, Gaethje versus Pimblett.
brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. Experts who can do it all. Now this is Taxes. Closed captioning is available for tonight's broadcast, and if you would like to watch UFC 324 in Spanish, that option is available. UFC Unlimited 5-2 kick and the won't slow you down. A total hour loop. And with that, I'm John Ayers. Thank you so much for being with us for UFC 324. So in the last 10 years, UFC 155 division has been as deep and ruthless as any in the sport. Champions like Islam Makhachev, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Conor McGregor, Charles Oliveira. Tonight, the UFC's interim lightweight title is on the line. American Justin Gaethje has realized that twice before. His status as the most watchable guy out there is well documented. But Paddy Pimblett, another guy who is hard to take your eyes off as well. He's 7-0 in the UFC, and if he can break through tonight in his first crack at the UFC world title, global superstardom is likely on the other side. Always a pleasure to welcome you to the Legends Show, and Daniel Cormier, the Pound on Plus area that's underway tonight. The Jones going to go.
It gets open with a bang. Boy, the opening card, the prelims have been absolutely fantastic. We have an amazing main event for you, an incredible co-main event, a stacked card. I can't wait to get it popping.
It's actually going to be crazy. It was nuts. That whole intro and everything, watching the history of the UFC has been insane. The growth that has gotten us to this point is nuts. And the fighters are always going to deliver. We got a lot of good ones fighting tonight.
From a matchmaking standpoint, main event feels pretty bulletproof. We have the UFC's interim lightweight title on the line. Now, Paddy Pimblett is the younger guy. That's part of the handicap here. You see he is the minus 240 betting favorite right now. Justin Gaethje comes back at plus 200. Fight odds are brought to you by Bet365, official sports betting partner of UFC. That's why they play the games. We'll see how it plays out in the octagon.
A lot of people think those odds are kind of crazy, but Justin Gaethje is widely considered to be the most violent man in the most violent combat sport. He began his career with reckless advantages, throwing himself into the fight, but he has tempered that with discipline and focus, but still maintaining an incredibly entertaining style. He has a mind that is finely tuned for chaos and destruction, and inside the octagon, he's been one of the best guys to watch.
Yeah, and Paddy Pimblett, though, he just connects, John. You said that global superstar may be waiting for him if he wins the belt, but I know Mexican kids in Gilroy that love Paddy Pimblett. I know a white teenager in Florida loves him. I know a 6-year-old kid from Kansas that loves Paddy Pimblett. He gets that title. We may be looking at the biggest superstar since Conor McGregor. People want to watch him, and it's his style that makes him watchable. He has tremendous grappling. His striking is improving, but it's the confidence that he operates with that truly separates him from everybody else in the division.
Now, after Paddy Pimblett beat Michael Chandler, we said welcome to the land of the elite. But Justin Gaethje figures to be a different level. We'll see how Pimblett handles the challenge here tonight. UFC 324, Gaethje versus Pimblett is brought to you by Bud Light, the official American beer sponsor of the UFC. By New Amsterdam Vodka. 5 times distilled and 3 times filtered, New Amsterdam is in your corner with award-winning vodka. By Scream 7, don't miss the new Scream, only in theaters February 27th. Family, touch the defense. And UFC 324 is fueled by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. UFC 324, ready to launch right now.
Look at you, DraftKings, acting like the ultimate host. Out there hustling for your customers with all these ways to bet on sports. Making sure there's something for everyone. I mean, guys, you got props, same-game parlays, live betting. You guys are in everything. And that's coming from a guy that's in everything. You're the Kevin Hart Sportsbook.
New customers turn $5 into $300 if your bet wins. Paid instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
I respect the hustle, DraftKings. Respect the hustle.
Order new Detroit-style slices and steaks for only $4.99 from Little Caesars. You get both of these Detroit-style favorites all to yourself. Aren't you spoiled? Look at you and your Detroit-style deep dish slices with crispy caramelized edges. And you get 4 pieces of Italian cheese bread topped with buttery garlic drizzle too. Wait, plus a side of crazy sauce? That's not fair. All right, I can just go get my own. Order Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
Pizza.
You know how powerful you are. Every move, every call, your reach goes further. Because real power isn't what you hold, it's what you give to those around you. That's why you need a network just as powerful. With Total Wireless, you get total power. Unlimited premium data with the full power of America's best 5G network. No hidden fees. $25 a month, 5-year price guarantee. Switch to Total Wireless. Now that's a total power move.
There's nothing in soccer quite like this. 18 games all at once. It's going to get crazy. Top 8 spots, playoff berths, and
Switch to Total Wireless. Now that's a total power move.
there's nothing in soccer quite like this. 18 games all at once. It's going to get crazy. Top 8 spots, playoff berths, and
Switch to Total Wireless. Now that's a total power move.
there's nothing in soccer quite like this. 18 games all at once. It's going to get crazy. Top 8 spots, playoff berths, and
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood. The thing about neighborhoods, they're not made of places. They're made of people. The kind of people who look out for each other.
Is Match Day Mayhem. The UEFA Champions League, exclusively on Paramount Plus.
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood. And the thing about neighborhoods, they're not made of places. They're made of people. The kind of people who look out for each other. That's why we make hard-working tools that always work with any pro or DIY budget. You see, we treat neighbors like, well, neighbors. The other thing about neighborhoods, it means we're close by when you need us. Harbor Freight.
Beats, you can hear them everywhere, from the ticking of a clock to the pounding of our hearts.
enjoy this. This is Match Day Mayhem.
This guy, right?
Main event, which is natural, but the reason is because we had a co-main event we weren't expecting, and to get it filled by Sean O'Malley and Song Yadong is such a gift. Some of the best 35ers in the world, so many people are jockeying for that top spot, and then Justin Gaethje and Pimblett, come on, you don't lose. If either of these guys win, we all win.
Yeah, I mean, all these fights are super exciting, but for me, it's the main event. Gaethje versus Pimblett. These are two guys that have just such self-belief in themselves, and those are when you get the best fight. Two guys that are super confident. They can't imagine themselves losing, and they go head-to-head. And I have so many questions. Paddy Pimblett, does he need to score a takedown in order to win this fight? Or can he go out there and be okay on his feet?
He probably needs to score a takedown, but of course, the main event, it's top of the bill for a reason, but outside of that, guys, you got to think outside the box a bit. We've got two massive heavyweights with knockout power. Derek Lewis, Waldo Cortez Acosta. That one's going to be ridiculous.
Yes, all in all, it's just a brilliant night of action for you. These insights are brought to you by UFC Insights Engine built with IBM Watson X. Sean. O'Malley has never lost a fight where he outlanded his opponent. All right, we're going to do it. Predictions. The former champ is the betting favorite, but who wins, O'Malley or Song? You want to go first?
I'm going to take Song in this, and the reason is it's a 3-round fight. And when we talk about a 3-round fight for Song, we're talking about a durable pressure fighter that doesn't really move back, and he counters well when he gets touched, whereas O'Malley likes to use the whole octagon and move. I think Song can head him off, pressure him back, attack the body, and get the win over 3 rounds. Since it's not 5, I think 5 would be better for O'Malley, so I'm taking Song.
I'm going O'Malley. I think we're forgetting how good O'Malley really is. If we go back before he lost those 2 Murat fights, I don't think there would be a question. I think everyone up here would be saying that O'Malley's won the fight because his footwork, how great he is at just sniping and just being accurate on these knockout punches.
I think this is the perfect matchup for Sean O'Malley to come back and remind the world just how good he is. He's going to use the reach, the range, the boxing, the rhythm. He's going to dance around the octagon. He's going to make Song Yadong miss almost every big shot that he throws, and he's going to stake his claim for a title shot next.
All right, 2 for Sean O'Malley. We'll find out tonight, won't we? We will be back for the post show, the 4 of us, immediately after the main event right here on Paramount Plus. For now, we're going to send it down to the guys, John and everybody else.
All right, Kate, thank you. So it makes a lot of sense as Bharat Dvalishvili is watching to have these 2 featherweights kick off this first main card on Paramount Plus. Thank you all for being with us right out of the chute. Your beat for the first time in 18 months, Arnold Allen wants to remind everyone why he has long been a top-flight featherweight contender, but not looking to hear any of that noise in the all-action Sean Silva. Well, you can argue the featherweight division seeks to add his name to the short list of contenders vying for a title shot here in 2026 by turning back the challenge of dangerous Brazilian bomber Sean Ford Silva.
Eu sei que vai um dia ele quer o título. Ele acredita que eu posso ser o passe dele para isso. Mas infelizmente, esse dia ele não tem.
Still wants the belt, but I want it more. I'm so hungry. I need this. I've been working my whole life for it. This is need it.
Now, more than a decade into his UFC journey, Allen rattled off 10 straight wins upon arrival, rising to the outskirts of title contention before a pair of setbacks slowed his ascent. Having returned to the win column last summer, the 32-year-old Brit here in the fight capital.
The win itself isn't enough. So tonight I need to go out there and prove it, take it, earn it. I'm going to earn my shot.
One of the core 4 of Sao Paulo's fighting nerds, Silva has made waves through his first 6 jumps into the octagon. After earning his spot on the roster with a decision win over Kevin Vachejos, Silva exploded, entertaining the masses with 5 straight stoppage wins to kick off his UFC career. That led to his first UFC main event, a fight of the night with Diego Lopez back in September. Tonight, the board figures to have no mercy.
Nessa noite, essa luta, mostra que eu sou o próximo campeão.
John Silva is the picture of intensity inside the octagon. An absolute dog, literally barking. Has been on to get here inside the octagon, and he was overcome with emotion. He told me that seeing his own reflection in the belt
meant everything to him, and he realized that one day, yes, he will become a world champion. And guys, he thinks that fight is just a couple of bouts away. Now, outside the octagon, he is emotional and sensitive as Jean Silva. But as he enters the octagon and makes his way over, he is the Lord Silva, a type of alter ego that really is ready to face anyone on his roster.
All right, Megan, thank you. Daniel Cormier has 8 of those gold belts at home.
Always looking to finish. That's why I like John Lord Silva. Hey, John, nothing's wrong with a guy that can show a little emotion, man. As long as you can control it at the right time.
As long as he can control it, and that's the argument about him in the Diego Lopez fight, that he didn't control it. He got reckless, he got wild, and he ran into a big elbow and got stopped in that fight. In a fight that was a wild, chaotic affair, and so much emotion leading up to it, screaming at each other at all the different weigh-ins and all the different press conferences. It was a lot. It was a lot with Sean Silva, but skill-wise, this guy has world championship caliber skills. His submission over Bryce Mitchell proves that. The way he moves inside the octagon, he is a fully formed fighter. He has all the skills, and he has tremendous potential. If he can temper that emotion, use it to focus him inside the octagon, he will be a force to be reckoned with in his 145-pound division.
All right, this fighter description is brought to you by the experts. Always fresh, cooked to order, Wingstop. Prolific finisher doesn't even begin to describe it when it comes to Jean-Lord Silva. Joe sort of outlined the myriad ways in which he can get you out of there. A lot of people were surprised to see him pull off a ninja choke against Bryce Mitchell. He does not discriminate, and now we'll see what he has for the perennial contender out of Tripoli, St. Martin, Suffolk, England, Arnold Almighty Allen. Well, good to see Arnold Allen back on the proven ground. He celebrated his 32nd birthday a couple of days ago. 14th UFC appearance tonight, the last of which, Joe, was a win over Keegan Chikadze all the way back in July of 2024. His shoulder was an issue that entire camp. Labrum, rotator cuff, tried to do a third camp with the injuries, couldn't do it, had surgery, back on the proven ground tonight.
I mean, this is the tales all this time when it comes to MMA fighters. There's so many fighters that fight injured, train injured, camps are brutal. But he's gotten all that fixed, and he's back under the fight against Keegan Chikadze. And, you know, when you look at Arnold Allen, what you see is an outstanding striker. He's got a real wild and aggressive style, takes advantage of openings, and he is a finisher. When he gets fighters hurt, he swarms on them. He's like just probably one of the most underappreciated guys in this 145-pound division, with a tremendous opportunity in front of him tonight, because Jean Silva is one of the most talked about, one of the most recognized guys in this division. If Arnold Allen can win tonight, it would be absolutely huge for his career.
You know, talking to Arnold Allen, he's a smart guy. And I asked him about John Silva and how emotional he is. He said he is very emotional. He said, but he's more intelligent than people give him credit for. He said, while he loves to fight, he's much more careful than you think.
All right, back with the live action in 30 seconds.
Start the year off big at the Ram Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class, all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Ram Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory, and get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
All right, ready to go with our main card opener here on Paramount Plus. Still, the tape is brought to you by Big Chain, rewarding fans for making better choices every day. Download D-World today and earn with purpose. Arnold Allen just turned 32. Jean Silva's 29. Allen taller by an inch. Both fighters coming in at or below the 146-pound divisional limit. 1 inch in reach with the Englishman Arnold Allen. All right, now for the intros. Here's the American, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for UFC 324, Gaethje versus Pimblett, presented by Intuit TurboTax, experts who can do it all. Now this is Taxes. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Featherweight Division. Introducing first, flying out of the blue corner, a striker, holding a professional record, 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Paulo Brazil, presenting the number 10 ranked UFC Featherweight contender in the world, Dion. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 145 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of the same body, England, presenting the number 6 ranked UFC Featherweight contender in the world, And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Chris Ireland.
I knew Arnold Allen came from a family of bodybuilders. I did not know until this week that he was named for Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sean Ford Silva and Arnold Allen to kick off the main card. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. Folks, you can do it all. Now this is Texas.
I thought Arnold Allen was from Canada. Oh my God! I don't know Canada this whole time.
Changed it.
Okay, so it makes sense. I was like, wait a minute, England.
John Silva did not blink and did not break stare the entire time during the introductions. He is focused.
Yeah. The intensity in all of that is what makes people love John Silva. Now, Arnold Allen is a guy that when you look at him, you think he has a skill advantage. Because he's the guy that can strike more cleanly. He doesn't have to knock you out. He can beat you by decision. Can wrestle, can do it all. But John Silva has such crazy power that he can shut your lights out with everything that he throws.
TriStar's Faraz Zahabi, chief in the corner of Arnold Allen. Pablo Sucupira, repping the Fighting Nerds to our immediate right for John Silva.
Both tremendous teams.
Yep. Well, go to Crypto.com today and join 150 million people around the world trading Bitcoin, CRO, and many more. Crypto.com.
John Silva looks like he is coiled and ready to explode.
He's waiting for his moment to try to throw something big. You saw him throw those 2 body shots earlier. That's great, that's fun, but the problem, you got to make sure you're not allowing Allen to just keep pop shots at you and building his lead.
24th pro fight for Arnold Allen. Has never been finished as a pro.
I asked Arnold Allen, I said, you know he's emotional. You know he wants to brawl. How do you ensure that you don't get drawn into that? He said, well, that's just fun. I said, so if that fight turns into that, he goes, I'm more than willing to stand and trade with John Silva, even if it's detrimental to me.
Nice left hand landed by Allen.
Allen was 10-0 in the UFC as he lands the right hand backing up when he found himself in the main event against Max Holloway. Only other man to beat him in the UFC, Bob Sarnia-Floyd.
Now, think about that experience, right? If Floyd and Max Holloway, those are the guys that got one up on him. If John Silva could beat this guy, he would be
the body by Allen.
And you can hear Faraz Zahabi say, we're circling, we're circling. A lot of power in all limbs for John Silva. Eats the Allen jab there.
John Silva tried to tell him to stand in front of him. Allen won't do that. Allen is fighting a beautiful first round right now.
And he is outscoring John Silva at this moment.
John's waiting. Arnold's fighting. Cannot wait for the perfect shot.
Watch the finger, stop! Stop! Hold on. You okay? You good? Be careful. Be careful. Time in. Fight!
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, it's raining again. Oh, mine is on the Hey, come here. You're a fighter, right, Tatiana?
Good inside leg kick by Silva. There's another one.
But he's chopping at those legs. Oh. The difference is when John Silva hits him, the impact is static.
Much better round for John Silva the second. And Allen don't want to shake hands. John Silva has gestured 2 or 3 times to shake hands, and Arnold says no right away.
So many weapons coming your way from John Silva.
Nice right hand by Allen. Oh my goodness.
Man, Allen made a Teflon